Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Inside NHSTRA. This is either going to be an episode I, one, regret doing for the rest of my life, or two, it's going to be pure comedy gold. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ben Bazowski, some guy in the middle named Bob,
This guy.
and then Joe Bassett. What's going on?
It's living the dream.
I
All
love
day.
it. All right, so Bob, who are you for all these people that don't know? He is the sexy model that was behind the picture at Claremont Motorsports Park with all the guys laying on the car. That is this gentleman right here. People are wondering who you were, so fill in the general public who you are.
Yeah, I'm Bob Williams. I build a lot of mini stock cars. I'm pretty amazing at driving. Pretty amazing at everything, pretty much. Everything I do pretty much turns to gold. Without me, Andrew Harmon would be nothing.
Ben, reach back and get him the chain.
Right? Oh, you're gonna knock you over though.
Oh, no, we won't do that.
I don't know. I just love racing. I've always loved going to the racetracks. I've known Ben for a while, and we've always had a good time. And most people that I've been to the track know me. I tend to make a good appearance wherever I go.
Never heard of you.
Oh, my God.
Funniest story. I witnessed this. This happened in front of my eyes. It was during the Battle for the Belt street stock race at Hudson. And we had, you know where I'm going to go with this, because this is true. People may not believe this story. This happened. So Jimmy Renfrew Jr. finished up front, and he had to tear down the car. He had zero help, and he wanted no part of tearing down. And now Bob decided to have his parents. He's talking to his mom, being like, "You gonna let your son be a loser and get DQ'd? You gonna teach him it's okay to not rip your car down?" And I'm looking over, and Renfrew Jr. is going like, "I'm gonna kill you," and Bob is just going on. You can't. You need to tell him, tear that thing down, get it done. I'm just like, I'm like, oh, he did, and he passed, and he was legal. But the look on your face when you did this, it was straight as day. There's no laughing. It was just like, you can't raise losers.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
But that's the key with him. He can do that straight faced and
It's the delivery.
He's the only one I've ever seen do it and not get yelled at, not get nothing. It's just everyone's like,
and he still has
"You're
his
right.
front teeth.
You are so right."
I do.
I don't get it. I've
don't
tried
know.
and I got yelled at.
Because most people, when I actually do say it to people, they're like, "Oh, wow, he was not nice about that, but he's kind of right. I should maybe just do it." 'Cause, like Jimmy Renfrew, he gets, people think he's always cheating, this or the other thing. And that's what I told him. I said, "Dude, you can't not tear it down because you're going to be known as a cheater. Just tear it down and go through it." He's like, "It's so hot outside." I'm like, "Just do it."
I watched this entire thing, and it was funny. And when, like I say, when he wasn't making through to Jimmy, he went to his mom. So
I could see Bob doing that.
professional instigator number one.
I'm very good at that.
Getting him on the show. I remember at the beginning of the season, I was like, "You gonna come on the show?" He's like, "I might come on at some point." And then he would randomly send me a message like, "Maybe I'll come on soon." And then it was like we had one after another. Like we ended up not doing the show. Then something canceled.
No. See, what he'll tell me is, "Yeah, hey, your show sucked last night because it wasn't funny at all." And I'm like, "Well, why don't you come on?"
Yeah.
"No, I don't want to." And just walks away. I'm like, "Okay, fine." And then he's like, "I'm coming on your show." I'm like, "Oh, okay, come on."
And then last week it canceled. And now I'm enjoying the new schedule where I can actually, if we miss a Monday, we can come on a Tuesday. And I look at the people in the audience. We got quite a few, so let's have some fun.
Yeah, they know I'm on. So
Yeah,
There we
I know. I did post it earlier.
Listen, Honda, okay? Let's tone it down a little bit.
Actually, one of the first times that I did meet Ben, he was racing Outlaws. He was Johnny Cool, way too much horsepower.
No. I was in the Mustang.
You had the Outlaw too.
Yeah, but I had the Fox body. That's
Yeah, but this is when you didn't have the Fox body. You went out in your pickup truck. So he's at the track and he's racing Outlaws with his dad, and we're all taunting him. And Ben is really good for, if you get him going, he'll pretty much do anything. So we're watching the spectator race, and he had his really nice Dodge Ram pickup truck in the parking
my
lot.
old one, my red one.
And I'm screaming at Ben. I'm like, "Ben, get out there and race." He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Just get out there and race." Like, "I don't have a helmet." And I throw my helmet out. I'm like, "Get out there." And I'll tell you what, Ben put on a show in that truck. It was cool to watch.
It didn't hook up in the back, so when I go around the corner, it just kick out sideways. And the worst part was I was worried that Buddy Wilkins was going to hit me.
He jacked you
not
up on
Buddy?
the trailer hitch.
Yeah, he hit me on the trailer hitch. I'm like, nope, I'm not allowed to go. And then he went by and go, screw this. I tried catching him, but he
What
beat
was
me.
that movie where it was like, chicken? You calling me chick? What was that?
Was it Back to the Future?
Back to the Future. That's kind of how you are.
That's been to a
Because before you drag Jackie Mackey against her will to a victory for her first ever, trophy down at the Hudson chain race, you're like, I'm not running. And then somebody said, what, are you afraid you're going to lose? And you're like, that's it. Somebody get me this, get me that. And like you started, it was you?
Yeah, it was
like
him.
now you started
was
putting
him.
stuff together and you like freak out and you're like,
Oh, he's the easiest to get going. It's a
so
ride.
maybe it's just you who gets him going is this much.
that,
Oh, no.
that could be it.
Let's
say, 'cause
let's
you-
talk
you-
about this
usually
real
most
quick.
people,
Hold on.
I tell 'em
Ready? Right from the source's mouth right here. We were just talking about this. Tyler Johns, how's the wall doing? I feel bad that I treated that thing the other day.
Why do you feel bad? I feel bad that you hit the wall that hard.
You hit that thing
Yeah,
a ton.
I mean, technically, he should be in complete control of his car at all times. So, I mean, you might want to get his insurance policy to see if he can fix your wall. You did chip the paint a little bit, so maybe
Yeah,
fix
I'm going
it
to send you a
out.
bill for Perkins. Perkins going to have to repaint it.
Oh, man. There we go. Perfect timing. Yeah. So that right there is what we have discussed a bunch of times when people will stand on that wall right there. That's why we don't.
I have told many people to stand behind the fence and the extra block wall behind it just for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know those blocks are 3,000 pounds or 2,500 pounds.
Yeah, but
whatever
the
they
car
were.
could always come up and go
That-
up over
that's the
wall.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
that weird angle right there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
I-
Not
try
only that,
telling them-
how heavy is that car when you're coming in at that force? What's the force behind it? That can move a block.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
or even a piece of concrete coming off the block and hitting somebody. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna feel good either.
No.
We missed it on the live stream. It
I
I saw the pictures
it was
after.
a hard hit.
Yeah.
And I'm
bad.
surprised because he's not very fast, but the car hit it a ton.
Wow.
Wow.
See, I didn't even mean anything by that.
we got to have him come on
I
next
meant because
week.
it was a
too.
ridge runner, not a street stock.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Is that
here
what
we
you're
go.
going with?
oh,
Oh my god. we're gonna have people saying, "Yeah, we're never watching the show ever."
No, they're all gonna watch it more. This show, but
we have somebody saying right here, listening from New Jersey, Scott Riggleman.
Oh yeah. He's
Hey, I was pretty surprised he came all the way down for the street stock race too. That was
he did
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got some motor in that thing.
Not for nothing, but if he actually went into like a regular street stock race, he'd probably do really well.
I agree.
You know, that was an open street stock race, so you know what I mean? They're all get 950 horsepower.
Yeah,
So,
plus nitrous.
plus nitrous,
Yeah.
plus whatever else.
Yeah.
All 75% left.
Oh,
That open street stock race was really good Sunday to watch. That was, there was a
It was.
good car count.
I was surprised how many cars showed
Yeah,
up.
because he said he was going to start 30 and 28 showed up, so that was
Mhm.
good.
Honestly, I was debating. I'm like, maybe we'll have like a concert again. I'm like, nah, let's just run them all.
Oh no, it took him a god awful time to get going.
I could definitely forget the first 10 laps of that race.
What was it? 75 laps, 85 cautions.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's probably about 50 caution laps.
But don't
No,
you?
I'm
you,
not kidding. I'm pretty sure it was close to that. It
You
was
can
bad.
you win on the first lap though, like that.
Yeah, I
that's
don't
what
know
goes
why
on.
people don't get that. Like, if you can put down a fast lap, your first lap, you're pretty much the fastest guy out there.
Just give you the trophy right there. Why run the other 74? Like, come on now.
It's
That was a
crazy.
pretty good. All right, so bit of something that I'm going to need everybody in the audience to help me out with because apparently there's a microphone that I just punched. I need the people here to help me out because I'm pretty sure my little dude Colton Martin is now the only driver who podiumed at 5 tracks this season. All 4 NHSTRA tracks. That's right.
Yep.
The camera's over here now. All 4 NHSTRA tracks, and he podiumed at Star. Who else has done that this season? I'm going to watch and check because we have almost
Yeah,
100
hey,
people
did-
in here watching.
And done it legally, Andrew Harmon.
I need sound effects over here.
Zinger!
Oh.
Oh my god, that is awesome.
So he has podiumed Claremont, Monadnock, Lee, Hudson, and Star. How awesome is that?
Did the Ridge Runners never ran at Claremont, right?
No.
I'll say because I know Dave
Yes.
Cameron's done it at.
Nope. Dave Cameron won at the fall challenge at Claremont.
Ridge Runners didn't run at Monadnock.
No, but they ran. They did run.
Okay, all right. So they didn't run at Monadnock. So yeah.
But if you want to go, does it have to be New Hampshire tracks? Because I believe Dave Cameron podiumed at Oxford.
Well, I'm more saying like this is inside NHSTRA, so he podiumed at all 4 NHSTRA tracks and another.
Yep.
He podiumed at Lee, too, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kid
And the Invitational.
Yeah.
is a stud. Like, I'm pretty sure if you listen back to, because Espinette announces like 3 feet away from me.
Yeah.
And when this happened, it was like last lap, last turn. And all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know what happened. It looked like Gage was having a little fun with his uncle and like kind of jack Billy Osborne up in the corner. Like jack Billy up. And then whoever was, I think Harmon had to check up, which pushed another car out. And then all of a sudden, here comes Colton
Colty.
Martin, shoof, right by all of them and finishes third. And he gets out of the car and he's just like, yep, what can I say? I'm that good.
No, that was good.
I'm like,
that was good.
this is awesome.
So he took a classic light out or a dwarf car
Dwarf
out
car,
at
yeah.
Claremont, right?
Yeah, and then Parks decided to kill him with street stocks.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Oh, that's when
It
that's when I went up to Parks and I almost threatened to kill him.
There was another case that Ben almost blew a head gasket.
Well,
Yeah, so-
because
so what happened-
Right through
Hold
the
on.
roof.
Let me see. I
So-
might have pushed into the wall. Let's see. Cole Littlewood may have. Cole, did you win at all 4 tracks and somewhere else? Because
Oh.
he just popped up. He might be.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, because
I'm not-
late model. He won at Hudson, won at Monadnock, won at Claremont,
I'm not sure if he podiumed at Lee or not, but he
Lee-
probably did.
maybe. But what about Star?
Cole says that he's
Hey,
run
hey.
every single division this year.
Hey,
That's a good. That's
Yeah,
a good one
that's
too.
a good one too.
hello?
When did he run a modified?
What about me?
What about you?
What about you?
Hudson, Claremont, Monadnock, White Mountains, Star, all podiums.
Yeah, but those are mini stocks. There's only 6 of you. It doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it doesn't
Not
count.
at White Mountains. We had
Yeah,
like
not
14.
a White Mountain.
Yeah, but 10 of them blew up.
No, they did not.
Okay, fine, 6,
No, they didn't.
4.
No, they didn't.
4.
And you started on the pole.
I started last.
Yeah, sure you did.
Did
No,
I?
actually, he did. Trust me, because half my dwarf car guys wouldn't get in their cars because they were watching his race. I'm like, guys, we're about to go out. You need to get strapped in. Whoa, two more laps. 2 more laps. I'm like, dude, come on.
So maybe you and Colty.
Yeah, so we're pretty much the coolest people around.
Colty, whatever you do, don't follow.
I asked him at Claremont. I asked that little kid. I'm like, hey, listen. I'm like, you want to? Because my mini stock race is up after he took the dwarf car out, and I was asking everybody. I'm like, anybody want to drive this today? And I was like, hey, you want to drive this? He's like, no.
Which is surprising because Colton is the kind of kid that will just jump in anything.
I don't think he can reach the pedals.
Trust me,
Actually, you're probably right.
he jumped into that dwarf car. He had a blast. I'm trying to convince his dad to get him one.
I got him about that far away from buying one.
He didn't want to get off the racetrack. He wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
He did like 30 laps.
Well, he was trying to make up for where he got screwed on the beginning.
Yeah, because Parks almost ran him over with street stocks.
So anyways, this is where you plug forward and keep moving. So what about this weekend NASCAR race? Let's discuss some stuff that happened this weekend.
Was there a NASCAR race this weekend?
There was that our buddy DG was like kicking some serious
You know what? Okay.
butt.
Okay, so trust me, I was at the bar with his family and all that stuff, and I'm pretty sure everyone's like, dude, get Ben a beer because he's gonna go down to Martinsville and start killing people, or at least start beating the crap out of him. Because I'm like, why are they starting him in the back? What the hell's going on with this? And I'm screaming at the bar, and everyone's like, dude, you need to relax. I'm like,
Hey.
no,
You're being a soccer dad.
I am. A very expensive soccer dad,
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
A soccer sugar daddy, that's what it is.
We got to get you that shirt, Soccer Sugar Daddy.
God.
Somebody get on that.
But hey, you know what, dude? The kid, he qualified 15th. NASCAR decided to do NASCAR things and stick him in the back. And then he worked his way all the way up to 8th. And then, Ty Gibbs and all his little buddies decided to kick him down to 17th. And then I think he wound up, overall finishing 15th.
Yeah, I think you got 15.
Yeah, I think it was.
I mean, dude, come on. For a kid that, races these cars not all the time, once in a great while, and he does this, that's pretty bad.
That Hudson car got some serious airtime towards the end of that race because that was in almost every single shot with the action because they were really focusing on Allmendinger.
Never,
yeah.
never mind
So
that.
he was right in there.
Almond
Just-
Ding Dong? Yeah.
Just walking up and down pit road, when they were practicing the Cup cars, the number of people who took pictures of that car.
It looks awesome.
It-
That car was sick.
Oh, that's right, because he sent me a bunch of concepts. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he sends me the red. I'm like, oh, I go do that one.
Yeah, it looks so much.
That
awesome.
one's
It looks
cool.
awesome.
That was cool. That was way better than the Claremont car.
Oh, yeah.
I need one of those green, white, checker custom replicas. I need one of those cars done for me.
And I got to talk to Brian on that one.
And to get that one behind us here in the set. Actually, one step closer to the new set. It's almost there. Like we're getting closer. So
It's meant. Can't
Harmon
wait.
says, get the hood.
Oh, no. So, okay, funny story. So right when the race was done, I literally text Sam Hunt. I go, I want every damaged panel on that car. So if I ever decide to make a race car bed for myself, I can do it with all the damaged parts on it. So he said he's going to send them. So we'll see.
Oh, I want a panel for that for the studio.
I really just want the hood. I want the hood for.
It was beautiful. Everyone said the car was beautiful. It was. It was
Well,
absolutely
You should
gorgeous.
get it because that was a damaged panel.
I feel like you're ever
my
out of a
God.
joke.
Oh,
Did you see what Tyler wrote on the feed?
Which part? Let me see. They're all in front of me, so let's see. Might have pushed the wall Sunday before then.
no. Where was it? Is it like? Actually, I don't know. I don't have it on.
I don't know where it's at. It's not on our feed.
Said, I'm fighting Bob Williams in the parking lot.
Oh, I do see that. I did see that.
You better bring all your friends.
I've actually said this, and then so did Bob tonight. You guys remember back to American Gladiators? They had the 2 podiums and the sticks, and you'd fight. I think Ben gets a mobile trailer, and we tow it to all the NHSTRA tracks. So you have a beef. Let's settle it in the infield at the end of the night.
I may want to turn that down just a little bit.
Why at the end of the night? Do it in
I can
between
hear it.
races while it's still
I
fresh.
don't think that's mine.
I'm pretty sure that's Bassett's first
No.
time on the air.
No, my volume's not even on.
Mine's not on either.
Weird as it goes.
Weird. This is. yeah, supposedly haunted.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
I think it's a great idea. Actually, yeah, do it during the races.
Don't do it in between while it's still fresh.
That's
Finish
just
victory
awesome.
lane and do it.
I love this.
So if there's any fabricators that want to build us a boxing trailer, that'd be mint. We'll provide everything else.
We know a couple that watch the show, so let's get this going. I love
Alright.
this. This is a great idea.
I'm down.
American Gladiators, NHSTRA style.
I'll do it.
So
Bob will just start randomly picking fights just to do it.
so Bob is a man who doesn't mince words. What did you think of the finish of the race on Saturday? What did you think about good old Ty Gibbs?
I thought it was awesome.
You're acceptable with that. Oh my God.
I thought it was awesome. I mean, what he did it worked.
Wait.
Yo,
No,
you're
wait,
thinking
wait.
Sunday.
You're thinking Sunday.
Sunday.
He's talking Ty Gibbs on
Ty
Saturday.
Gibbs, the one that
Ty
took-
Gibbs
took out
jacked up his
Jones.
teammate.
Oh,
Hit him
I'm sorry.
so
I'm
hard
like,
it buckled
what?
his hood.
No,
You?
Yeah, that
Really?
was bad. That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the wall ride.
Got to
so-
come up closer
yeah.
to the microphone just a little bit. There
I'm
we go.
still stuck on the wall ride. So I mean,
We'll get to Sunday.
yeah, but that was terrible. I mean, but the problem is just everybody is just. I feel like racing nowadays, everybody's just way too like eager to win instead of actually just wanting to race. Like,
I mean, last I knew, you would want to get your teammate into the championship final 4.
yeah, it's like I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just a spoiled little kid, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Spoiled
I
kid.
can see getting them a little loose.
Yeah,
Did you see
but-
the hood crumple? Like
Oh,
the
dude,
hood
that
crumpled.
was a pile drive. That wasn't a tap. That was a full blown pile drive.
Yeah, that was like Ben behind him.
Really? Really?
Sorry. It just comes
You're
out.
not wrong. You're
that
not
car-
wrong, but
I'm definitely not wrong. You know I'm not
I
wrong.
know. I know.
That
I know.
was- that was that
But I
car.
always start in the back and I try and work my way to the front. So usually it's the middle guy getting punted, not to the front because I don't get that far.
You see how Ben said I try to work my way to the front?
Yeah, I try.
I heard
I'm
Ben
not
say
that
I start
good.
in the back
I'm
and
a-
then slowly move to the front. I'm like, wait, what are we talking
And,
about over here?
Slow down.
Oh my god. Listen.
I remember outlaw days at Hudson Speedway, and
Yeah,
Ben
I was horrible.
Bazowski did not start on the back all the time.
No, because I was trying to win and I sucked.
I remember Ben starting in the front all the time with 950 horsepower.
Yes, but
It
bear in
was
mind.
only 925.
Listen.
I
saw the dyno sheets.
when your father has the old mentality of you don't need a corner, you just need to go fast in the straightaways. That's all I had.
I'll never forget watching Ben race that car. He'd come in from practice, and the car was really good, and Ben was so excited. And then the next practice, Ben was miserable. I'm like, Ben, what's the matter? He's like, my dad changed it after first practice. I'm like,
No word of a lie. We had one time the car was mint. I go, Dad, please, for the love of God, do not touch this car. I go to the bathroom. What's he got? He's got the left front spring out. I'm like,
Ben was like really good that day too, and then he was like really bad. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
man.
no, he's gonna lose his mind.
See, Charlie Gardino follows that your dad's law right there. It doesn't matter how fast you're on the corners because his car is fast on the straightaway, and then he completely
washes
took
it.
out the Camaro in the corner because he came around sideways. Which
Right,
is,
but when he raced Max on that,
He did good.
He did good. So it's like, okay.
that car was moving. Did you see it like lifting the front end
Oh,
off
yeah.
the ground?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's a cool. That thing is cool.
That is cool. I'm
It
getting
is.
a question that says, "What happened, Jay? What happened to you on Sunday?" Jay's in the comments saying Let's see. Bob's not going to be allowed on after this show. We're actually going to try to get him talked into being here almost every week now.
Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. Jay, you can't talk. Do you remember yourself Sunday? He got all mad at this kid, and he just ran and hid and sat up in the stands with his mother or something, and I don't know, had ice cream or something. It was terrible. For nothing.
I love ice cream.
Ice cream's so good.
The kid bumped him, and he's losing his mind. It's out of control.
Oh. Somebody else wants to know, too. Jay, what happened on you?
Oh, my God. Poor Jay.
So how
Poor
was your
Jay.
trip down to Martinsville area, Mr. Joe?
It was good. Drove down on Friday and was there for Saturday, Sunday, and drove back yesterday.
Did you watch both races?
I did.
I need to know, because you were there on Sunday.
Yep.
You saw the Watermelon Express.
Yes, I did.
What was that place like when that happened?
Oh, it erupted. It erupted. It didn't matter what shirt you were wearing, who you were rooting for. At that moment, everybody was a number one fan.
I couldn't believe it. Because we were all at Hudson, so I missed the end of the race, and I'm getting in my car. First, I had somebody there who was watching it on their phone, came over and said, "You should have seen the finish. It was great." I'm like, kind of broadcasting right now hard. I get in my car. It's all they're talking about on Sirius XM. So then all right, I got to pull over. Obviously, something massive happened. And I watched it. And I'm like, why do they have this footage sped up?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, then I got looking. I'm like, wait, only he's going fast. Everybody else is going slow. What is going on here?
No,
Watching that is
100, was
phenomenal.
it going 131?
Something
around
like
that
that.
corner?
he
said?
he came down the back straightaway, and I happened to be watching as he went down it, and he never even tried to make the apex to go down. He just turned a little to the right and hit the wall and just kept his foot right into it.
I love all the guys after, like, there needs to be a rule to have that. Yeah, because you just got smoked.
Yeah.
Like, we all did this growing up in the NASCAR games.
Ross Chastain said, "Here, hold my beer, watch this," and it worked.
Exactly. And that
that's-
wouldn't work at any other
No.
track.
And not for nothing, but imagine being the other drivers and like
Seeing that?
like, what do you even?
Did you hear the radio commentary like over the speakers? Like, what the hell just happened?
This is better than Bobo Victory Lane
But,
speeches.
but imagine being Denny Hamlin.
Oh my God!
Ross
He's
has
like,
been
I'm in,
a
I'm in,
thorn
I'm
his
in.
side all year long, and then at the last lap of the last race, going into the championship, bye-bye.
I had
See ya.
people actually, because I'm involved in racing. So people who don't know anything about racing, you guys must get this too. Think you know everything about racing, like NASCAR stuff. It's like, oh, I saw that thing with Ross. Do you know him? Yeah, sure. Because like I work at Hudson,
Yeah,
so
we
like,
had dinner last
I
night.
know Ross Chastain.
Yeah, he's in my cell phone.
He comes for Christmas every year.
But it's cool because it's now being exposed to all these people that saw this huge thing that's happened. I think we're gonna have a record viewership this coming weekend, so it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But that's been shared around everywhere, so I love it. This whole weekend was
You know what?
phenomenal.
But, it's moves like that that get NASCAR to like
Energized.
you said, more people watching. Like, holy crap! Did you just see this? Do they do this all the time? No, but if you watched a couple, they do some cool stuff like this.
That was
Someone's
crazy,
saying
though.
it might work at Hudson. I can tell you that won't work at
No,
Hudson.
no,
Definitely
it will
not.
because
not.
Definitely not
the-
work at Hudson.
I can tell you this because the wall is the track does not go all the way to the wall.
No.
So you will hit the dirt and the gravel before you hit the wall.
And then the
even
wall.
the way the wall, yeah, you're right. When it gets to the front
Yeah,
straightaway,
it bumps
Didn't
out a little
Corey
bit.
Plummer hit that jut out on turn one like
And
2 years ago?
Yeah, and you know how many people are like, oh, you
Oof.
need to push that wall back. I'm like, yeah, do you want to redesign the whole track too? Because I've done it once. I'm not redoing it again.
All right, we have firsthand knowledge. Nope, tried it, didn't work. Oh my God. Man, we got a lot of people in here. I was hitting walls before it was cool. Oh my God. So what else is new, gentlemen? What's the goings on? Bob says he's never driving a race car again.
Yeah,
that's a bunch of bull.
That's
Who thinks that's a lie?
Right here.
Why?
Really you.
What about me?
I'm so good.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Yeah, 'cause you know what's gonna
can't
happen?
hang that up.
You can't deny the next generation.
No, I already know what's going to happen, right? Someone's going to run his number, right? And go, see, I'm the real 41. And try and call him out, and he's just going to go, nope, not happening, and pull his car back out.
Listen, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but a lot of people strive to be like me, especially Andrew Harmon. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but what's Andrew Harmon's number?
14,
Which is,
backwards of 41.
yeah, so It's just another kid trying to be like me. Just doesn't happen.
Is that what Charlie Baldwin is too?
Charlie Baldwin's really, really trying, especially on the racetrack. Did you see him? What did he go second to like last or something Sunday? He didn't do very well.
Oh, it's getting deep.
Wow. Shots fired. I don't want to be.
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna have to walk out of here with a bulletproof vest,
no.
not because we're in the hood, just because there's gonna be.
We're going to let him
Hey.
leave first.
oh my
Me,
god.
Charlie, George, and Mike are on a group chat together. We all razz each other all the time, and they give me, guff about mini stocks having 4 cars. This is the other thing. And I try to explain to people. People say how mini stocks only have 4 cars. I'm winning a 4-car race, whatever. But not for nothing. If you're starting outside pole and you win, technically you won a 2-car race. So it's kind of the same thing. So I don't know what people get off. My race car is fast. I beat the rest of them. Yeah, it's the
no.
same thing.
No, it's
No.
not.
It's kind of making sense to me.
How is it not?
Well,
If
no,
you start in the outside.
If you
still
start
only
outside
2 cars.
pole and you win, you won a 2-car race.
How many cars are behind you?
Doesn't matter. Of
course
you
it
didn't
does.
pass them. That's a 2-car race.
Yeah, okay.
see, it's times like this you just go, "Wow, my brain just hurts."
No, that's
because
just why it's.
I don't want to admit that he's right.
He
but
is
yet
kind of right. All right, so I need Bob math here because Harmon's doing Harmon math in chat. So
Oh my
I
God,
need Bob math. All right, let's put this up and let's figure this out. Ready?
8-ball winner is 14.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. You beat my wins when there was cars that weren't as good as yours, that I built your car, that I built your big motor that you had in it, illegal.
And
every
technically,
race.
Wow.
technically, your first mini stock, I paid to have it built by him.
Yeah, so don't start, Harmon. I made you who you are.
And I was the pushing stone for him to make you better.
Yeah,
Oh.
You should have been a wrestler.
so you should relax, my young prodigy.
Oh my God, we cannot have this gentleman not compete next season. Like it is. It,
No,
it
you
just
know,
can't
honestly,
happen.
no. I honestly hope he doesn't compete and he stays in this chair because I think he'd make an excellent addition to the inside NHSTRA.
We're gonna have to have you coming on more often.
Ben wants me to drive a dwarf car.
Yes, because you know, I want you to upset everybody there. I would like to have you piss off Justin Harris and Harmon and everybody else.
Listen,
And don't get me wrong, me and Justin are good friends, but I like to just see people get razzed. That'd be funny. And Justin's
Listen.
right now saying, "Yeah, I'm not going to help you buy that car now. Go pound
Justin
sand."
Harris wins because he doesn't let Andrew Harmon use his motor. If Andrew Harmon had Justin Harris's motor, he would win every race. That's the end of it.
They're all in chat, by the way. They're all commenting away, having a
Of course
blast.
they
with
are.
this. Oh my God, I can't. I
Here
can't
we
even see
go.
the screen.
I'm getting yelled at here.
By who? Am I getting any? I don't want to get you guys in trouble.
You know, I own a track, so I get in trouble all the time.
All right, so we're being told right now that you stay in the mini stocks for this simple reason. Because you won't run with more than 4 cars.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
it's a lot easier to win when there's only 4 cars, and my car is so much better than the rest of them. Why would I go race anywhere else? Doesn't make any sense.
Did you take a page out of Ty Gibbs' book?
Oh my gosh.
No, he didn't wreck anyone yet to win.
Hey, some of us just like to win.
Oh, fish in a barrel, fish in a barrel. This has been a fun show. It might be our last, but it's been fun. But
So what should I build up? Pure stock? Is that what should I?
what I want to do is I want to see you take that mini stock down to the Freedom Factory.
Yes.
It was. I mean, I was.
We're going to start a GoFundMe page for this.
Go fund Bob.
Go fund Bob.
I was able to salvage a top 10 last year with a car that was terrible, and Adam Perkins, for some reason, lap 1 decides to drive into me in the Freedom Factory, and then I don't know what happened there, but I don't know if you guys had seen the live stream from Freedom Factory, but after the caution happened and Perkins was parked on the fence, he's clapping, and I'm like, is he clapping at me?
I thought he was clapping at you.
I'm
'cause
like,
I had to rewind and watch.
I'm like, I had nothing to do with that. But then as soon as that happened, it knocked my toe in like 1.5 inches. So that was a really, really long race.
I feel like they were really gunning for the Northeast guys.
Oh, they were.
So
They knew you guys were there. All of you were running good.
a little bit of a issue with that. We kind of were the black sheep there.
Let it out, Bob. I know you can.
We were kind of the black sheep there, but it was cool. None of us changed our cars. We were overweight. over under
Yeah,
left
I'm there.
side.
I'm right there too.
Yeah, same.
Oh, cars. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
the cars. And it was cool to be able to, I think there was a total of 68 cars that showed up to that event. And, it was wild even being able to qualify in the top 10 or whatever to make the actual A main. Speaking, Andrew Harmon did not make the A main.
Here we go.
Didn't he lose the B main too?
He did. Because his this is the luck that kid has. His throttle cable bracket broke.
Oh my God, I remember this now.
And like he went out and bought a fancy throttle cable bracket because he was like, look at my throttle cable bracket. It's so nice. And then it broke with like 3 laps to go.
Oh
I was
my
like, this
God.
poor kid.
Look at my fancy throttle cable bracket.
That's what he said.
I can see
Then he
it- I
bought
can
like
see it
4
wearing as
more
a
of them.
chain.
He
Oh.
bought like 4 more of them. He's like, guys want a throttle cable bracket? I'm like, no, it breaks.
I can imagine this happened.
It-
Right here, ready? Best part of the day was Bob telling Cletus McFarlane he beat him.
So Cletus was pitted across from us, and which was, a plus. And during the race, Cletus's left rear started going down, and I almost wrecked him. So after the race, I went over. I was like, "Hey," he's like, "What?" I'm like, "I beat you." He was like, "Cool." I'm like, "Yeah, it was."
He obviously didn't know who he was speaking to.
No, he will this year.
No respect at all for Bob.
The mountain man of the north.
Wait, you said he will this year. Does that?
So
We got to get you there.
No, I'm just gonna call him.
we'll have to get
Oh, okay.
stickers for the car. What about Bob?
Yeah,
What
what
about
about Bob?
Well,
What
there was a
about
lot of
Bob?
stickers going around for a while that Bob is the best.
Yeah,
No,
oh, dude,
I like what about
you brought
Bob?
a bunch of the garage shirts, and I'm pretty sure like half the stand said
I don't have one of
Garage.
those.
So I bought a bunch of garage shirts to bring to Florida for all of us to wear. And Haley, John Foltz's girlfriend, was like, "Give me the box." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "I'm gonna sell them," and she sold all the T-shirts. I'm like, I brought these just to give them out, and I actually made like $45, I think, on my T-shirts to what I was gonna even do with them. And it was cool to look at the fence. Oh, mind you, Ben wasn't allowed to go.
Yeah. I was in a prison for 3 years.
So hey, let's leave that out. So
We should all go this year.
it was cool walking up to the fence, and at the fence it was all the garage, like the whole row of the fence. People I didn't even know were buying T-shirts. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool.
That's
Like-
right. Harmon had it across his hood. I did forget that Bob is best. Bob is the best. That's
yeah,
right.
Perkins had it too. See, I told you they both want to be me.
Perkins hood now is way cooler though.
Yeah. So Perkins' car. Let's talk a little about Perkins' car. So we drive to Florida, and Perkins was the only one with an open trailer. Now I had to drive Perkins' car for a little while because he's like a 5-year-old and started falling
How many
asleep.
times you get flipped off on the way down there?
So it was really comical because as we're leaving Mass, we're getting flipped off, and then the farther we go south, the more thumbs up we got. It was really comical to watch that happen.
If you don't know Perkins' car, just go look it up online.
Yeah. It got a lot of attention. Everybody that walked by now, like I said, there was 68.
Who wrapped that? Because that was phenomenal.
Connor
Call Connor McDougal.
That car looked phenomenal.
Connor did it. But there was like I said, I think there was 68 in total mini stocks at the Freedom Factory, and every person I think that walked by his car took pictures of it. People like, "Hey, can I take a picture with that?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead."
I love it.
Perkins had to do 500 laps at Freedom Factory because we got there early, and they were like, "Hey, you guys are here. You can use the track however many you want." And I've never seen Perkins run, and he ran to his race car. And he had, no joke, he had to do 500. He almost ran out of fuel we brought because you couldn't buy fuel there. You had to bring your own fuel.
Really?
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember I sold you guys a bunch.
Yeah. So we had to buy fuel. You could go to the drag strip next door and buy fuel, but you had to wait till they opened.
Could you imagine not having enough fuel for the feature because you used it all in warm-ups?
So I had just put a motor together for Perkins' car, and I'm like, "Perkins, you got to," and he ran out of oil. He didn't have enough oil to change the oil. I'm like, "You got to stop going out there so much." He's like, "Yeah, but it's so much fun." And it was a really good time. And it was cool to go to such a different racetrack.
What does that track feel like as opposed to like say the NHSTRA tracks? What one's the closest?
So Lee fits inside of Freedom Factory. It's
Really?
a little bit
Really?
big. It's a little bit
Yeah,
bigger.
it's the old DeSoto.
It's a little bit bigger than Lee.
So it's a half mile.
It's not a half mile, but it's like how Hudson is to Star.
Perkins said
Oh,
8
yeah, so-
tires and 30 gallons of fuel.
Yeah, he used a ton. But I would compare it to Lee's racetrack.
That was my entire 2 years of racing right there.
But I would say it was like Star Stars Corners.
Okay.
That's what I would compare.
Never
it
been
to.
there. I have to go.
It,
at
wa-
some
it
point.
was in qualifying. They got the fastest cars at 111.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they were moving.
I'm hearing it's like Thompson. That's what I'm hearing. Like, in
Yeah,
chat.
I never raced Thompson, so I couldn't tell you that. You know, I've only raced.
You
a
should
few
definitely
cars.
go down there and show them how bad they really are.
At Thompson.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. I can't. So they have like you can only go to the mini stock tour because they have a weekly division at Thompson, and they don't allow most Hondas. They only allow Preludes, I think.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, they don't want Bob.
Next time it's going to say, what about Bob?
Yeah.
What
just-
about Bob?
What about Bob?
Isn't that a movie?
It is.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was. So, Bassett, I feel like we haven't spoken to you at all. Anything you want to talk about tonight? Or are you just having fun? It's like
I'm having fun listening to Bob.
we reeled up Bob and just let it go.
Yeah, you can talk about Bob. Everybody can talk about me. I like being talked about, whether it's good
Oh,
or bad.
God.
I like both of them.
Wow.
We got to keep him in a race car. Let's make it happen.
gonna
Let's
put
go fun Bob.
Let's go fun Bob
And
for
Ty
the
Gibbs
Freedom Factory.
stickers on his car.
It is pretty funny though when I am at any racetrack I go to, whether it's a national track, a star track, whatever it is, whatever track I go to. Any time I'm there, everybody's always like, "Hey man, I can't wait to watch your interviews." And they're like,
I've been hearing that a lot in chat. I don't actually. So when I'm broadcasting, I'm not actually listening to what people are saying. So like, I miss your interview.
And sometimes it's not even like him saying something. He'll just do something off the wall. He was at Hudson. He had a bottle full of water and just go fucking spews the water out. Was
all of Espinette.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
And Espinette was not prepared for life that day. He's like, okay.
John came back up to the broadcast booth and was like, "I don't know what just happened." That was a couple weeks ago. That was funny.
Oh, it was so hilarious.
I like to have a good time. I mean, that I feel like honestly, if people would start having more of a good time with racing, they would enjoy themselves a lot more. Like, I feel like it's just, I don't know.
It's gotten way too serious. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, racing is serious, but this is where we're supposed to have fun doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know.
You know, I get even when I went to White Mountains. After I get to White Mountains, they're all like, "Hey, man, you got to be more serious." I'm like, "For what? It's a mini stock race." I'm like, it's not NASCAR. And even if it was NASCAR, I still would have had a good time. I was pumped. Even Ben came down for the picture. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
wow, this is cool. Like, Ben was like, that was awesome. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I was trying.
Bob gets it.
We're not
Somebody
sure-
also wants to jump on the GoFund Bob bandwagon here. Hold on. Oh, they're going so fast I can't even hit them. Perkins is accepting donations for his Freedom Factory trip as well. Oh,
Perkins definitely spent a lot of money in the Freedom Factory trip last year. Renting a pickup truck really killed him. That was a lot of money to rent that.
yeah, Marshall's right. Yep. He has Wayne Sr. in a bikini on his car. By the way, let's send some love towards the Helliwell family right now with
Yeah.
everything that's going on with George.
George just texted me saying, "I'm back, baby." I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go." Because yeah, well, I don't know if he wants me to tell anyone, but I'll tell him anyway. He's actually taking my Florida mod and probably racing down south with it
Oh, I already knew
because
this.
I lost my ride.
Yeah, speaking of down south at Freedom Factory this year, they might be doing a late model race with the mini stocks this year, like Kalamazoo late models, I think.
Really?
Yeah, they had talk of that. There was actually a late model practicing at Freedom Factory like a month ago, I want to say.
People are liking tonight. Both of my phones are going off with private messages of everything that's going on.
I get a bunch of text messages.
We have
on here,
100
so-
people watching right now live, so like
Wow.
this is going
Wow.
fairly well tonight. Bob's the best. Apparently, he needs to replace me on the show.
People love me.
Bob, you know how to run all this equipment over here? I'll teach you.
Yeah.
Funniest thing is when Bob came in today, he sits down, he looks at me, he's like, "I always thought you were in another room."
Well,
like,
it
what do you
looks like
mean?
it.
Like I'm literally. So if you look at the picture right here, the front of this Earnhardt hood, I am like sitting directly behind that. That's where my desk is facing their desk. So I'm here. They're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right in front of me.
Yeah. So like when he gets animated and like the spit starts coming, like I'm feeling it over here. So
Yeah. Sometimes I get really excited.
let's see.
no.
Making sure we don't miss anything in chat because I don't think we've ever had this many chat messages before. Like I can't even keep up with them. So I'm like trying to click on them to send them to the screen and they're jumping up past me. So anybody in chat have questions for Bob
Hey,
the
don't you
builder
have
over
a number
here?
to call or something?
Yeah, you guys want to call and talk to
the
king
great
himself.
Bob Williams.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazing.
Hold on. First, make sure you go subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube page.
Oh boy, he's getting text messages
I'm
now.
surprised Andrew Harmon hasn't been all over me yet.
All right, the NHSTRA phone line 603-321-3684. You guys can call right now and put you live on air. Talk to Bob. If you're going to be a dill hole, we're going to delete you and block you, and then not have fun and not do this anymore.
Yeah, this is all supposed to be fun, guys.
Yeah.
Like Hudson Speedway, family fun track.
You took my line.
Sorry.
Phone is right in hand, so anybody wants to call and talk. I think that's the right phone number.
It's probably calling some old lady at her house.
I don't use this line very
calling me.
often. Hold on, I'm going to call it just to make sure. 321 368.
And it's not working, is it?
Nope, it's working.
It's working.
Yep. Whew. Sometimes I got to be careful. I'm like, I can't remember if this is the phone or not. I have so many phone lines. So lines are open. Anybody wants to call and talk to the mighty Bob.
And
Joe,
like
Ben.
you said before, if someone wants to come on the show, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah, we have somebody said earlier, must be nice to get in the audience. I'm like, we have an audience over here.
Yeah. John Provost.
Yeah, John Provost over here.
The Ridge Runner.
There
champion.
is
No,
7,
retired racer.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. There is 6 other seats in studio right
Well,
now.
and that's in this studio. The other studio will probably have more.
Oh, the other studio will have probably 25 to 30. The way we sit it out. You got to remember,
lot.
we're sitting this way, so the entire room we can put rows.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Somebody just texted, "Hi, watching from Florida." I don't know who you are.
Oh. Could you please give us a name?
Yeah.
So yeah,
or
we've
madam?
actually seen a lot of people that are. Oh, maybe it's somebody who's scared of Bob from Florida.
Oh my God! It's one of the competitors. you took
Cletus?
out. It's Cletus.
Is this Cletus?
It's Cletus.
Kenny Scott needs the phone number again. It's right on your screen: 603-321-3684.
Hey, actually, Kenny Scott's getting into a dwarf car this year.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
It's Jay
Jesus.
Ferrari.
Oh, Jay Ferrari, yeah.
I could never pronounce his
Ferrera.
last name.
I almost wrecked him one day in a spectator race so hard. He was driving his daily driver and I wasn't. And,
And I wasn't.
and I got really, really loose.
But how many?
That's
people,
what she said.
How many people over the years has actually run their daily driver? Everybody towed a car there.
I ran a couple of my dailies over there. I got on my own accord and peer pressured by someone I will not say, Bob.
I've wrecked
I-
a lot of people's
I had a
daily
Chrysler
drivers.
Baron fully involved at the start-finish line because they put racing fuel in it and they didn't pop the converter.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that sucker went right up.
Yeah, I've definitely wrecked a lot of daily drivers in my spectator day. That's all I used to do is spectator racing.
Those guys are crazy in the spectator drags.
Oh,
That
the-
takes a
oh, yeah.
special kind of somebody.
Well, back in the day when the 10-lapper was, there used to be a bunch of
We
people.
used to have 30 cars.
Yeah, I see, because I
And I-
raced against you in the 10-lapper.
Yeah, and I actually peer pressured
Oh,
Ben
we got
into-
somebody.
into his first flagpole race.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who is it?
Hello, who is this?
Hello?
Ah.
What happened? It got off? Sounded like Kenny.
Yeah, it did.
Hello, are you there? I'm going to call him now that I have his number. For some reason, sometimes when they call in, it doesn't work.
He might not know how to use a phone.
Hey, whoa.
Hello?
Hello,
Hi, who's this?
it's the caveman.
What's going
Kenny
on?
Scott, the caveman himself.
I don't know what's going on.
We hear you're going to be showing the dwarf cars a little thing or two this year.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
Hey, I told you, paint the car orange and then your wheels gray so it looks like an old caveman wheel. So when you win, it'd be awesome.
Caveman.
Square blocks.
Espinet's
Exactly.
got the comment of the night. We can't hear Kenny because he's calling on a rock.
He's going.
Caveman's my hero.
Oh,
What's going on? Bob Williams.
That's me.
Good. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you? Remember that I gave you that big shout out in that interview for helping me that day. Remember you gave me that big hand?
Yeah. I seen you hanging out with my buddy Albioli on Sunday.
Oh yeah, he was telling me the tricks and the secrets of the street stocks.
Yeah. You were screaming at somebody.
Yeah. You didn't do very well Sunday, by the way, Kenny
shut
Scott.
up. Just
Hey,
shut up.
whoa.
Just shut up, all right?
Hey, you gotta be nice. No need to tell
I
me
had
to
to
shut
be.
up.
I had to be careful. I'm trying to sell that car.
Well, you have your white one for sale too, don't you?
That's his son's.
Yes, I do.
Hey, it don't matter. Caveman
I know.
wants to go dwarf car racing. He's gonna sell whatever car.
Does he already have a dwarf car yet?
Oh yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one? Which one did you get, Kenny, or is it secret?
Yeah, it's a secret.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
I won't say.
We won't spread that because we're also everybody tell. All right, here's something. I have the biggest mouth in the world. Like
No, I'm pretty sure I have a pretty big mouth.
Ben's is huge too because we end up telling each other secrets.
Yeah,
And Ben's like tells me a secret that I told him 3 days previous. I was
Yeah,
like,
pretty
yeah, I
much.
told you that like
yeah,
the other day.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
And then, yeah, so like, I can't wait for the modified news to come out. Like, there's a bunch of cool people that are sitting on new cars that is like super, super exciting. So, are you done with street stock racing, Mr. Kenny Scott? And you going all to dwarf car next season?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do, I think.
I think
We'll
it's
see what
that
happens.
vision that's fun. I love that one.
Well, put it this way: I'm not going to say which car he has, but the car he is looking at is a very proven car. So he's not going out there with junk. We'll just say that.
I'm going to get that car. I already looked at it.
Kenny, I had a couple people want to buy, and I go, no, I can't. That car, I put that off to
What
the
is
side.
not to like change the subject? What is that car that I've been seeing all over line today
Oh, the
that-
one from Texas?
The Harris car?
that Justin Harris posted?
Yeah,
Well,
it's probably wicked illegal.
no, well,
Oh, here we go.
Technically, it's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your car?
Yeah, so what happened was is that me and Harris are going to go half on it and then, convert it over and then just try and flip it. The only problem is he ran into some financial issues with his spray foam company. I guess he's got a big bill to pay, which, hey, I get it. I said, look, I'll give you the money. Just run it through your PayPal, whatever. Because he had everything else set up, the shipper and everything. So I gave up. I got to give him some money. So
We're being told right here, Ben's dwarf car auto sales.
exactly.
Hey,
that would be number
I don't
8.
have PayPal or anything like that. I got like a food stamp thing.
It's going to be midget motors.
Midget
EBT.
Motors.
Midget motors and food stamp cards.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I have heard it
Yeah,
all
the whole
tonight.
shebang, you know what I'm saying?
I do. All right, Kenny. Well, thank you for coming on. We're going to let go of you and see who else we have calling in here.
All right. Good
Have
hearing
fun.
from you guys. See you.
All right, bye.
Good talking, Kenny.
See you, Kenny.
So I've actually was talking to Ben about this the other day. If we did more of a kind of talk segment where we have people call in, if that's something, would some people be interested if we did that? If we had a show where,
If you are interested, please call the hotline.
yeah, kind of like they do on Sirius XM or all these other shows where we hear everybody that's out in the audience. I mean, we have a metric S ton of people watching right now. So, I mean, would people be interested in something like that? Let me know in chat
Or call.
Yeah.
or call.
Yeah,
The
just-
hotline.
603.
On
If
the
Kenny
line.
Scott can figure out how to call
He's using a rock for
the
Christ's
show,
sake.
you guys can figure
Do
it
you
out.
think he still has like the spin
Oh,
phone?
the rotary phone? It's a rotary rock.
He's
He
sitting
needs
next to the
he
cord.
needs the cartoon caveman on the back of the car when he gets it all done.
Honestly, if I have a feeling Kenny is going to be having that car. I put it aside for him. He's going to get it. I can't wait for that thing to what it's going to look like.
Yeah, but maybe I'll just buy it so Kenny can't have it.
All right, what is this about right here?
But that means you would have to keep racing.
Bob Williams, how about Dan's tire and the tractor trailer and dead cars?
Dan's what?
What?
Dan's trying.
He's smoking crack again.
How about Dan's tire and the tractor trailer? Oh. He's talking about on the way down to Florida. So at the time, one of the kids that was working for me, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come down to Florida as well." So him and one of my other buddies drove down in their Honda Accord. Now there's 3 of us trucks and trailers, and there goes Dan, the kid that worked for me, at like 140 flying. So Andrew's like, "Wow, he's flying." I'm like, "Yeah, he's not gonna last long." So we're in New Jersey at the time. We come up over the hill. There he is on the side of the road. Everything out of his trunk. Changing the tire because he blew a tire. So he puts a donut on the right rear of the car. Now, we drove by. I call him like, "You all right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." So like an hour later, here he comes again. 140 again, donut right by us.
Oh my gosh.
He drove the whole way to Florida on a donut. I could not believe it. I'm like, you know what? I was going to say you have bad luck, but you got some pretty good luck. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. And I think the tractor trailer thing was when Harmon hit a tractor trailer. We were going through Jersey, and he doesn't really pay attention when he's driving, and he kind of got squirrely on the bridge.
Was he in between Mean Beans?
In between Mean Beans. Yeah. Mean Bean.
What's mean bean?
It's a
the
drink.
Monster Energy drink, those mean beans.
Oh, the one he brought a bunch in here that night. he was
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how his heart doesn't explode because he drinks so many of those things.
Mean beans and lollipops.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
Harmon, we love you. We do.
yeah.
He's questioning that right now.
And then-
He's wondering if this is true.
We don't get. I honestly don't get how someone can live off those things and do the stuff he does. It's like
we get to Florida. We go to Freedom Factory, and Harmon he's practicing. We're all practicing, and my car was terrible. And Harmon and Perkins are out practicing. Now the air is a lot different in Florida, so I mentioned to them, hey, make sure you guys look at your wideband air fuel ratio. Let's get the cars running right. John Foltz goes out. He's really fast. I go, what was your air fuel? Oh, I forgot to look at it. I said, make sure you look at it next time. Goes out the next time, comes back in. What was your air fuel? Oh, I forgot to look at it again. And I'm listening to his car. His oil pan sounded like a fryolator. So the first day there, John Foltz blows a motor. So they got to change the motor in the pits. So they're changing the motor.
He did not have good luck.
No. So he changes the motor the whole first day. Second day he practices, gets the car pretty good, wrecks it Sunday. Or Saturday, whatever day we raced. But Harmon goes out first day practices. Second day he goes out, does like 2 rounds of practice, starts pushing water out of the overflow, blows a head gasket. I'm like, oh, this poor kid, man. So he somehow, the car needed a special head gasket for whatever reason it was. He finds some weird guy to just show up at Freedom Factory in a minivan with a head gasket. I'm like, how did you even figure this out? He's like, I don't know. I just got this guy to come bring it to me. I'm like, all right. I'm like, how much was it? He's like, he gave it to me. I'm like, what?
I got to get him on my deals.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, that is out of control. It was crazy.
You probably met him on Grindr or something.
But Harmon was at Freedom Factory till like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, was that Justin Harris's Corvette out there blowing donuts?
So that was after the race, and they were pissed. They were so mad. So that was Harmon's fault too. So there was a guy that helped out there. His
poor
name was Jimmy York. He did one of the races. He's like a big YouTuber or whatever. And Harmon went up to Jimmy York and he was like, "Hey, you want to go do some donuts?" And everybody was already all tuned up off Twisted Teas, whatever they were drinking.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
So
On Mean Bean.
he says, "Yeah, I want to go do donuts." So they hop in Justin's Corvette, and Justin rolls out into the track, and the people that work at the track see Jimmy York in the passenger seat, so they let him go out. And now Justin's blowing donuts. The manager comes over and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" He's like, "I don't know, blowing donuts. I don't know what to tell you." He's like, "You guys can't do that. Our insurance is up at a certain time." And he
I'm being told it's the guy who owns Pit Viper.
yes. So they were and Justin and Harris was priceless because he's yelling at
Harmon admits it. He'll take the blame for it.
So the manager's yelling at Harris, and Harris is like, "I don't know what you want me to do. I already did the donuts. I don't know what you want me to say." And he's like, "Well, just stay here." Harris jumps in his car, leaves.
I love Harris. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met. He is such a good dude.
So Harris showed up after us, and he came over to me, and he's like, "Hey, how's your car?" I'm like, last place car. And I was like a second and a half off the pace. So I come in I do one of the practices. I come in, and Justin's like, "What do you want to try?" I'm like, "I don't care. Anything." So we took like 300 pounds off the right side of the car and put it on the left, and the car didn't change at all. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So we ended up just moving a bunch of stuff. We threw the sink at it, and it was time trials. So I go for time trials, and I pulled like 5th fastest of everybody. I'm like, and all my buddies are at the fence clapping. I'm like, what are they clapping for? That I did 2 laps? I'm like, yeah, that was cool. 'Cause I didn't even notice. And I come in, and Harris is like, "Dude, you were just like 5th fastest." I'm like, "What? No way." And I looked I'm like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. That's nice. I got a car." And then I get wrecked by Perkins in half a lap.
We got to do a show down there next year.
I'm down.
Let's figure out how to get down there this what was it? February?
And you know what the nicest
February.
part of it is February here is terrible.
Horrible.
So once you get to
Soviet
Florida,
Russia.
it's beautiful, and it's just like, wow, it's so nice out, and I get to go race. This is awesome. But
All right, this is on the agenda.
the first night we got there late, and we went. It was all of us. And we went to a barbecue place, and they were like, "Hey, we're closed." I'm like, "No, you're not." They're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "No, you're not." I'm like, "We just drove 26 hours. We're eating something here." She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, first of all, is the food even good here?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, then fire the grill back up because we're sitting down."
Oh, we gotta
did.
have him on more often.
We got to eat. It was awesome. It was quite an adventure. And then while we're down there, we're walking to the store because it was like kind of like a little complex where the hotel was. And Harmon jumps on the back of some guy's camper that's driving down the road.
I didn't hear this.
Oh, he jumps on the back of it and he's like sliding his feet on the road. And the guy's doing like 25. I'm like, Harmon, you're going to die. And he just like jumps off. He's like, I'm like, this kid's out of control.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my god!
But it was definitely a trip to remember. It was a blast. I had a wicked good time.
So remember, we're gonna have a GoFundMe page for Bob to get his lanky ass down there.
I'm not lanky.
You kind of are late.
Yeah, you kind of are.
I'm just tall.
I don't even think you'd fit in a dwarf car.
Right?
I wouldn't fit in it because I'm fat. You won't fit in it because you're
See,
like.
I have a special fat guy car in my.
Actually, Hellywell's one I could fit in. I did fit in
you
that
fit
car.
in that one.
No, I think that's what he said to me. He said I could have fit in that one.
Yeah, because I fit in that one, but it was a little tight for me because I'm just getting fatter by the day.
I can't race dwarf cars. There's too many cars in the division.
Can you believe this has been over an hour already?
I know.
It feels like the time has not gone by. Oh man, feels like we just started. It's like, what happened here?
Well, yeah, I'm a good time.
I'm being told in chat that you're out of control, blabbermouth.
Who said that? Was it my girlfriend? Oh, Christine. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh. All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight. She said it again. Bob talks too much.
To be continued.
This is to be continued. We're going to have Bob the Builder
this
back
will be
on.
to be continued.
So, all right, for everybody out there that went to any one of the NHSTRA tracks this season, thank you. Anybody who supported racing in New England in general, thank you. Because without the fans and everybody that's out there,
And trust me,
none of these tracks are gonna be
the
there.
track owners appreciate every driver that comes through their gates. We really do.
Yes, they do.
even if you don't think they do.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break. They wouldn't be in this for any other reason than
They
they
don't
love
do
racing.
it to get rich. They do it for the sport. And people need to realize that it's for the sport, and you need to appreciate that because without them, you have nowhere to race.
And if
either-
you don't, we're going to send Bob to your house to have
Yeah.
a speech.
Yes.
'Cause
It's
they're not-
either racing or drugs, and yeah,
Well, there's definitely other options. There's like golf and stuff.
golf is dumb
How do you know?
because I played it.
I'm pretty good at golf.
Here we go. But,
All right.
they're not.
Someone's
building,
trying to say something.
They're not building any new tracks. And I
No.
heard while I was down in Martinsville this weekend that supposedly Greenville Pickens last week was all surveyed, and that's going away.
There's a bunch of them that's going to
I've
happen.
been told that will not be a
Well,
race.
I heard Wall Stadium might be going away too.
that room is one of the ones that's been going around
Yeah.
every,
As Justin Harris said,
Every-
this is the most important reason that we need to support these 4 tracks.
every
Well-
year since I started
Ready?
racing at
Here we go.
Hudson. Every single year, Hudson's for sale.
Oh, no,
Hudson's
Ben's
for
the
sale.
rich guy. Wrong one. See, it go by so quick. Here we go. Boom. Without them, Bob wouldn't have 4 cars to race against. But it's true. Like, honestly, none of you guys do it to get rich. Like as that comment kind of said, yeah, Ben has bought another track to help preserve it for longer. I mean, what you guys have all done, like, this isn't just like a session of like, oh, let's talk good about the bosses. No, you guys are doing this to give people a place to race, a place to go have fun, and people forget that sometimes. Bob is prime example of racing can still be fun,
It can.
yeah.
and it
I-
actually is right here.
I have a blast on and off the racetrack.
But when sometimes you don't have a blast, I've seen how.
I've seen you mad a couple times.
When?
I saw you mad at Hudson
Really?
this year.
I see you load up your car. Hey, Bob, you're like, and just walk away. I'm like, ooh, he's angry.
Did you try to give him
I
an ice cream cone?
know,
I
I
heard
have
that.
walked
I
by your
tried.
car and the wrenches were flying.
Now hold on. That happens. It does. But do I ever freak out?
No, you don't.
Do I ever badmouth
No,
on
you don't.
Facebook?
No.
Nope.
No, and I appreciate that.
I deal with it and then I come back with a clear head, like everybody should do. Anytime that you're mad or upset with another driver because you were at their rear bumper and they chopped you, just take a breather. And if you're gonna be mad, go sit in your truck. Like sometimes when I'm upset, I'll sit in my race car for 10 minutes after I get off the racetrack and I won't talk to anybody because I just need to cool myself off before I do something I'm gonna most likely regret.
Are all your trophies in one piece?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
being asked that for a reason.
Yeah. And all my doors are on at my house and stuff, so I mean it's fine.
All right, guys, this has been an absolute blast. We have to do this again. Joe, I feel like maybe you said hi. Like I forgot you were here there for a while.
No,
He had a good time though.
I
He
did.
laughed a lot.
Anytime you can listen to Bob. There's a lot of times I go to Hudson Speedway just to watch him in the pits.
I love now that Claremont has been exposed to Bob.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the day at Claremont when I won with like 3 cars, and they're like, "You need to come back down to Victory Lane." I'm like,
No.
They're like, "You need to." I'm like, "All right," and there was nobody in the stands, and I'm like, "Hey, everybody, thanks for staying out."
I love it. Oh, well, we'll see you guys next week, next Monday. I'm not sure who's coming on the show yet. Remember, anybody who wants to come on the show can come on the show. We take, people that, we'll actually get him on next time. He was sitting over there.
Yeah, John Provost sitting over in the
Sitting
corner.
over, John's been sitting over there waiting to come on, but we forgot it was the Bob show.
He was laughing a little bit.
So anybody's welcome on. We have room for an audience. Like we want to grow the show even more. So I know still 95 people watching. Keep it going, but I have to pee really, really bad. So, and it's 8:00 and past my
It's
bedtime.
not like we can't have the show without you.
All right, here, guys, talk. You want to talk amongst yourself?
no, I need
no.
My
Oh.
girlfriend needs dinner. I gotta go make her dinner. It's like National Husband Makes Dinner Day or something.
It is?
And you notice,
Jeez.
no Kevin Brown means no pizza tonight.
Yeah, I know.
I actually thought of that after. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm freaking starving. I'm like, Kevin's not coming.
Yeah, I know.
And then by the time it was too late to order pizzas, because then your little go kart
Yeah,
showed up, and then we
well,
all got
Oh yeah,
sidetracked.
you got a new go kart. We
I'm
didn't talk
thinking
about you at all.
I think I might need some shots after sitting in Kevin's chair.
It's a
tonight.
pretty good chair. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
See
See
ya.
you later.